What's good? What's good, Cowboy Nation? It's your boy Cole's Cowboys. Hey, I'm just gonna drop a nice, good little video this morning. Hope everybody's Friday morning is going great. We finally made it to the end of the week. TGIF. So let's break down Cowboys football, man. There's been a lot going on. I know I've been missing a lot, and I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So I'm gonna start off by talking about Deuce Vaughn, man. Deuce Vaughn, our 6th round pick. A lot of people, he was trolled a lot. A lot of people was like, he's short. You know, we even made a couple of jokes. I tweeted out some stuff talking about he looked like Toad when he had, with them little padded helmets. He looked like Toad from Mario and all, but hey, dude came out there in this preseason, in this off season, determined, man. And a lot of people gave him a lot of flop because his dad works for the team. They were like, oh, what I'm saying, they just did that. No, he deserved that spot, man. That Deuce Vaughn is the real deal. Now, in my opinion, he's like all the way in on RB2. RB2. That's where I see him at. Rico Dowdle is showing promise, and I like Rico Dowdle. I like the way he runs. But Deuce Vaughn, like, it's kind of hard at this point because he's like at the point where we can look at him as a solid RB2. We're in a good situation between him and Rico Dowdle. Malik Davis, he's been okay, but I just haven't seen much from Malik Davis right now. I haven't seen much from him. We're finally able to see what's his name? Ronald Jones. He's finally coming off of that injury, and they're going to go ahead and play him in this Raiders game. So we'll be able to see a lot of Ronald Jones. Mike McCarthy also said that we're going to see a lot of Hunter Luepke, which is, I really want to see what he's about. He's one of my favorite undrafted rookies, a fullback from South Dakota State. I haven't seen or heard much from him during this preseason and in the training camp. I haven't heard much from him, so I really going to pay attention to how he is in this preseason game. I believe that he will make the team. We have suffered like a lot of injuries. We lost David Durden. He got hurt in our scrimmage practice at the start. We also lost John Stevens for the year, and we also lost Demarion Overshawn for the year. Both have torn ACLs. It's hard, man. Those are good. Those guys were good, man. They were good, promising pieces for this team. But we just got to go ahead and see them, recover and bounce back next year. Now, let's get into a lot of people wondering about the Overshawn thing. As yesterday, the New York Giants did make a trade. They traded a 7th-round pick. They traded a 7th-round pick to the Cardinals. And they was able to obtain Isaiah Simmons. A lot of guys a lot of people, in our division, a lot of fans in our division was like, dang, opposing fans, like Cowboy fans, Eagle fans, of course, Eagle fans were like, dang, why we didn't get that, because they believe Howard Roseman, even though Howard Roseman is a good GM, they believe he just, he'll get anybody, you know what I'm saying? But that is something that I believe he did kind of, like, dang, I wonder why he didn't look into that. But, Isaiah Simmons to me is just a name. I really haven't heard a lot of big impact plays that Isaiah Simmons had with the Cardinals. Now, I'm not saying he's trash or anything. I'm just saying maybe he is just worth that 7th-round pick. Oh, excuse me. Man, I'm sorry. But maybe he's just worth that 7th-round pick, It depends. Who knows? Maybe Wink Martindale can bring out what the Cardinals couldn't bring out of him. But a lot of people, especially in Cowboys, we like, dang, we could have went ahead and got him. But I'm looking like this, man. We got Marquise Bell. And Dan Quinn already had a plan for Marquise Bell, man. Dan Quinn has been grooming this safety room to be more like a hybrid safety type of deal. Like, these guys gonna play in the box too, so he already had a plan for Marquise Bell to go on ahead and you know, step up to the plate if Overshown, you know. I'm sorry, I don't know what the young's coming from, but yeah, he already had a plan for them, which I love. You know, a defensive coordinator that has a plan. We haven't had that much in Rod Marinelli, and definitely, I won't even speak the name of Mike Nolan. But let's just go ahead and you know, let's see what our guys, you know, do. We don't have to go out and, you know, we can say that 7th round pick, you know. But I'm happy about what's been going on. I'm sad that, you know, some players has been hurt, but I'm happy that we have that depth. I'm more concerned about our offensive line depth. I am. I feel like hopefully with these cuts, we can be able to go ahead and find some solid offensive linemen, you know, that can, you know, fill in the depths that we don't have right now. Like right now, we really not working with much in the backfield, not in the backfield, but on our offensive line, and that's gonna be a problem. You know, this is an 18-week season. You know, players gonna get hurt. Tyron Smith, we already know he do so. It's just early. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm sorry. I hate the young so much, man. But yeah, we'll just see what's going on with that. Now, I do want to vent a little bit. Jerry Jones, you know, they had some type of you know, conference meeting, and they had and basically introduced my guy DeMarcus Ware to the Ring of Honor. You know, he had just, you know, been inducted to the Hall of Fame, but they put him in the Ring of Honor, and it was so easy. You know, he just put him there. You know, shout out to him. Shout out to DeMarcus Ware because he deserves it. But there's one guy that deserves it way, way more. That should have got it like a long time ago. The best time to really kind of put him in there when, you know, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2021. A guy named Jimmy Johnson should have put him in the Ring of Honor. Like, what are we doing here? At this point, you know, I believe, and this is what I believe that Jerry Jones would never put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor as long as it, you know, one or the other is alive. Like, I feel like, you know, Lord forbid Jimmy Johnson pass, I believe maybe they will put him in the Ring of Honor if he was to pass away. Or, Lord forbid again, Jerry Jones, I believe that would be something that Jerry Jones will put in his will. You know, that's how deep their beef has been. You know, I believe that Jerry does plan on putting him in the Ring of Honor. It's just either Jerry's not alive or he not alive, and that's sad. You know, that's why I feel. I believe Jimmy Johnson will be in the Ring of Honor. I just believe that maybe one or the other won't be able to experience that together. And that's sad, man. That's sad. It's been so long. Regardless of the fact of your relationship, Jimmy Johnson belongs to be in the Ring of Honor. He just does. He gave you 2 Super Bowls. And really, he gave you 3 because his team with Barry Switzer was the same Super Bowl team that he groomed up. You know? So, it's kind of sad, but shout out to DeMarcus Ware. Shout out to him. You know, he deserves it. I'm glad that he made it into the Ring of Honor. I'm glad he made it to the Hall of Fame. Let's touch bases on Dak Prescott too. I'm gonna do a little Dak Prescott rant. I'm really just going freestyle with this shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff has happened. But we'll talk about Dak Prescott. And I'm talking about Dak Prescott because it's funny how the mainstream media is talking about this guy. And I'm gonna go ahead and relay him to another quarterback that the mainstream media don't talk about. And this guy is making way, way more money. He actually one of the top paid quarterbacks, like the top 5 or top. He making money and has not done nothing in this league. And that's Dak Prescott and Kyler Murray. Okay, so Dak Prescott, they're making segments about Dak. Basically, you know, if he don't make it to an NFC Championship game, then should the Cowboys move on from him? And if he don't win a Super Bowl, should the Cowboys move on from him? And, he got paid all this money, which he ain't even the highest paid. He's not even a top 10 paid quarterback in this league at this point. And they feel like that he underachieves and he's trash and he's not it and all that. They never talk about Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray makes a lot more money, way more money than Dak Prescott. He makes way more money than Dak Prescott. And he has not won a playoff game. Matter of fact, when he went to the playoffs in 2021, he got blown out by the Rams. The Rams owned him. He looked horrible. He was terrible. He also has he's not a good locker room guy. He's a bad leader. He's not even a leader of the team. No guys on the team respects him. He's injury prone. He always hurt. He may not even play this season. And there's reports of the Cardinals actually making moves to probably try to get him out of Arizona. I don't know how they're going to do it, but right now they're currently tanking. They're on a fire sale. They traded 2 players. They traded an offensive tackle, and they traded Isaiah Simmons. So they're trying to get some picks, and they're trying to rebuild their team, and they're also trying to possibly maybe get a quarterback in the draft. So because they're not going to be good. They're not going to be good. So they're going to aim to get a quarterback in next year's draft. So that's that. Why they not talking about that? Why they not talking about Kyler Murray? They want to talk about Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott won a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? And people are talking about his age. Like, it's a lot of quarterbacks that's been over the age of 30 that won a Super Bowl. Like, what are we doing here? So all of a sudden, if you pass 30, you can't get no Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford won his only Super Bowl at the age of 34, 33 or 34. The dude 35 right now. So I don't know. What are we doing here? What? Come on now. Peyton Manning, he ain't win his Super Bowl till his 9th season. Drew Brees, he ain't win a Super Bowl until about his 8th or 9th season. John Elway, he ain't win a Super Bowl since he was almost 40. This is what we doing, man. Like, come on now. Come on, bro. Now, I do understand that it's a lot of pressure this year. I mean, this is the year that the Cowboys have to make some noise, man. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm not gonna lie about that at all. The NFC is a weak conference, and we are built to win now. I believe that. A lot of odds are going our way. Right now, there are 3 teams that can take it off. That's the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the 49ers. The Eagles, we're going to see how they do. We don't know. We can't look at the Eagles and be like, oh, they were this, and they can come back and be like that. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Things change. So it don't always work that way. You also got the 49ers. The 49ers, yeah, I'm not going to disregard their defense, and they got great playmakers. But right now they're dealing with a quarterback situation. We don't know what Brock Purdy going to do. We don't. Brock Purdy could have possibly had a magical season last year. And now people got tape on him. He could have been like the element of surprise that nobody really didn't know. And he took off with it. Stuff like that happens. But when they get tape on you, then what you going to do? We know that Brock Purdy can't throw down the field. So everybody going to be looking at him throwing those short passes. Things like that happens. So it's very important for the Cowboys to make it far. Oh, this is a very important year. I agree with that. I agree with that when it comes to Dak Prescott. Like, he got to make some noise. He got to do something, And it's also really on both him and McCarthy. So, yeah, I believe that. But all I'm saying is, there's so many other quarterbacks out here that they got to talk about, but they want him to put all that pressure on Dak. Like, I just think it's weird. But anyway, man, I know y'all heard my rants a lot. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. How y'all feel about this season? Y'all ready for football? Football season is approaching. Hey, if you watched the end of this video, hit a star button for me. And hey, if y'all have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you're subscribed, hit that like button and share this content. Hey, y'all have a great one. Have a wonderful weekend. Go Cowboys.